crypto. And if you didn't know, now you know, bitches. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's sick talking crypto, don't flip, yo. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's sick talking crypto, don't flip, yo. Talks about nigga sick talking crypto. We got these indicators, don't be a hater or a hoe. I gotta let you know, we're making sick talking crypto. Hit the like and subscribe, we're going on the run. I get excited when I buy crypto. I said I get excited when I buy crypto. You gotta keep your emotions. I said I get excited when I buy. It's time to settle the score. You don't wanna trade crypto no more. If you don't understand that emotion, will take you to another place, and now you'll chase the red candle, can't stand you. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's sick talking crypto, don't flip, yo. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the to the moon? We're going real soon. I said it, so change your attitude and your tune. This is the Wall Street Pete Show. Positivity, love, yo.
Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. The place where you hit the like button, you subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit the all button. Crypto news, crypto live TA for you. Good morning, RJ. Good morning. Boom, shakalaka. As I make my coffee with the slam dunk. Running around, I'm out of breath, okay? I was running downstairs making my coffee, running up and down with my badass ankle. But here I am. We do crypto news for you. Wall Street Pete. Actually worked on Wall Street, 2.71 trillion market cap. Not a bad thing. Why the title? Well, you may have crypto in the palm of your hand. You may have $1 million sitting in your hand, and you don't even fucking know it. Could have had man at Decentraland, right? We talked about the possibilities of what could happen and how if your dollar cost average is a matter of $5, and if you got into the market, well, let's just talk about maybe getting into the market when it was just cents in January. And in cents in January, we're talking about like 27 cents, 14 cents. And yes, man at the Decentraland has come that far. We talked about that many times. A lot of different coins to talk about. First off, what is Bitcoin doing, right? Bitcoin is daddy. Every day we have to find out what daddy's doing, right? Daddy will whoop your ass, right? If you do something wrong, well, guess what? We don't want daddy to whoop our ass financially either. So physically and financially, those are the two worst things. So you got to know what your daddy's doing in real life, and you got to know what the daddy in Bitcoin is doing. So here we are without further ado. Bitcoin dominance. I want to pay attention to that this morning. Get down to the Bitcoin dominance. Let's worry about that and talk about that immediately. Bitcoin dominance is currently showing a trend. And if the trend is my friend, well, the trend is going down. Currently right now, Bitcoin dominance falling dramatically as far as I can see. Not too worried about it. It's actually a good thing. So as we continue to fall down past the 40 levels, and now we're getting to the 42, what's happening is the money on the big spikes up and all-time highs and all the great things that have been going on, well, they're taking profits, right? 67,000 taking profits on Bitcoin. Well, what are we doing when we get tired of Bitcoin? Well, we want bigger growth. And this is boring sideways action. Well, I'm actually watching this, and and what I'm starting to see and what I'm starting to get out of this, and I want to get rid of this because now I see it beautifully. This is actually a descending triangle pattern. And if you pay attention to this is a problem. Descending triangle pattern is what it's going to do is probably start coming into the method of where it does that, and that's where your downward bottom M starts. But it won't be as significant. I do believe we'll stay above this old support level / resistance up here. And if you see it all the way across to right here is what I'm talking about. You get that fall, and then it will kind of do a sideways action, which will probably activate altcoin season. Kind of what I'm getting at. And then I'll be putting a longer position on Solana. I mean, Solana's already got its attention. It's in a rising wedge. It's doing its thing. I would pay attention, strongly close attention. Right now, Solana's getting a lot of it. Coiling up right here on the hourly, and it's looking great, Solana. Shiba Inu, a lot of people keep asking me the same question. It's kind of annoying. I don't mean to be an a-hole, but you're being an a-hole. I don't know if you understand that. And we want the dominance to chill sideways and chill like this after this. But I want you to understand that. Stop asking me what Shiba Inu is doing when I'm showing you clear as day what it's doing. It did its fall. I've been telling you since Halloween, right? We've been talking since Halloween. When was Halloween? Halloween was right here. And what did we do? We went up. Somebody said my TA was horrible. I said, okay, go back to sleep. I told the kid. I'm not kidding. I actually told this. I don't even know if he's a kid. He's probably an adult. He said my TA sucked up here because it went to 7,600. And I said, okay, you'll see what happens when the money goes down and when we fall all the way to my levels. And you wish you bought more Shiba Inu. What's up, Gary? So we did, right? So we're dollar cost averaging. I have the 5,600 level that I buy. Well, if it's below 5,600, I said there's a chance people will FOMO and we might get down to the 45. So pay attention to that. I'm not going to be happy if that happens neither. I keep adding money into a downward spiraling thing here, but I don't think that's going to happen. We are overdue where we're supposed to fall on Shiba Inu. I'm not happy, but it's all right. The TA is telling me that we may get this pull-up on this yellow trend. I'm trying to show you this yellow line, and that's an inverted head and shoulders pattern. That's why it's circled kind of here. But inverted head and shoulders pattern being formed here. Here's the head. If anybody can have some type of an imagination, I'm not sure if you do. This is the hourly on TradingView, but there's the head we broke down. And somewhere in here, we're lying in the shoulder and now trying to get back into an inverted, which is obviously bullish, getting us to the top, rising back to the 8,000. But what did we say a million times on this channel? We've been saying it a lot. We need to break through this level, and break this neckline as bullish as AF, 7,300. Once I get this yellow and this V come in and confirm, and we get resistance here, I'm sure, and we start busting loose as she gives us our phone number after we ask for like the 10th time. It's resistance, rejection. I call it rejection, resistance, whatever you want to call it. 100 times we rejected asking for her phone number. And finally, we're just going to come through again, get some coffee. Maybe we got a banana shilling in our pocket and we're happy to see her. I don't know. And she just finally says, you know what? Here's my digits. I'm going to take you out for some coffee, see if you're a prick or not. And what's going to happen is the analogy takes us all the way through new highs. And then we'll be talking about Shiba Inu again like maniacs. Another one. What do we get here? Well, this looks like this could be a very bullish century here, right? We have now some kind of action here on Dogecoin, and holy shenanigans, it's making a bullish flag here. And it's currently looking a little bit like a falling wedge, but we'll see how long it takes this, because if you notice what my falling wedge does, what does it do? Well, and this is Dogecoin if anyone's interested. What Dogecoin does this, and this is what I call, if you notice, it's losing its up and down movements. Do you understand how it gets smaller? And you notice how the up and down movement gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Let me show you what it's doing on the ribbon, and you'll maybe get a better understanding. On the ribbon, my EMA came in tight. And what now it's showing me on Dogecoin is that we're getting price action. But on price action, when my Bollinger Bands get tight and my ribbon gets tight, well, it's happening to start to go down. And what I do believe here is coming into play is going to be, this is actually a falling wedge. And if it's not a descending triangle, we could skip out of this scenario, because a descending triangle pattern does this. And then it does the same, like exactly the same up and down all the way to. You understand? That's a descending triangle. I don't know if anyone understands the difference. A falling wedge and a descending triangle are very similar. The problem is when you get in your falling wedge, you start getting tighter and smaller, and the price consolidation and the action gets very thin and boring. That's when you know you could be on the verge for a big breakout. And then I just like to look at a couple indicators to see if any of that matches. And bingo bongo. I'm not trying to talk shit, but this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Dogecoin may break out to 33 cents, ladies and gentlemen. I had no clue until I came on and started doing TA by myself. Not by myself, with you. I do TA with you. Is there a downward movement showing a Tigger bounce? And that, yeah. Tiggers bounce, because that's what Tiggers do. And I know today, what's today? Is it Thursday yet? Yes, it is Thursday. I know Thursday's a tough day to get through, but put on a good jam, a good beat, and enjoy the music, as we're going to get Dogecoin coming up. But what do I really want to talk about is a couple things I got involved on. One was Man at Decentraland. It's doing that. It's doing that falling wedge exactly as I say it does. And this chart is not showing that. Maybe it's the 4-hourly that shows it. There it is. And what's happening is we're going to get this breakout. And this breakout, I'll tell you, if it does come to where I think we're going, and it does break through, I'm going to take some profits again. I'm just going to keep enjoying this movement. And excuse me, if you ever looked up a bullish flag, and that's up to you, do your own research. This is not financial advice. But I will explain to you that that's a bullish flag. And if I've ever seen a bullish flag, well, there it is. I pledge allegiance to the you-know-what. And that's what we're going to talk about. It's just a joke. But that's the flag. And if you would, do a prayer to that flag or just do a salute to that flag, whatever makes you happy, that's a Man at the Central flag. And if I were to tell you what's coming up next, you wouldn't want to know. All right, here we go. Let's do it. I'm going to get rid of my indicator, but I do want to do some TA on Mana because I know Mana's going to get me excited. I'm looking at the 4-hourly now. So the 4-hourly's got me blown. If we get this, it's got my mind blown because if we get this move, if we get this possible move, you guys are going to love me even more. And I don't know how that's possible because I'm getting a lot of love. I feel it, and I'm not bragging. I'm actually saying, like, thank you. I'm giving back, like, thank you so much for all the love. And I really deeply mean that. You guys are amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, if we do get that same move, Man at the Central End. Show me a new buy, I'll show you a new high. Something's telling me 512. Would you sign up for 512 right now in Man at the Central End? I don't know. I think I would. That's kind of cool. And if you have not watched it yet, a lot of people don't do their own research. A lot of people just want to, just watch the show, just hang out and learn their own way. But this is actually the website of Decentraland. Go to decentraland.org. You can go by yourself, check it out. Get started. You can actually start earning basic attention token if you go to that and use that as a browser. And I believe you can start earning some mana as well. Create and explore and trade in the first ever virtual world owned by its users. I mean, come on. If this is just the start and you're getting involved in something like this and it's just the start, well, I hate to tell you, but the long sideways boring action consolidating, all the people jumped in on that coin, it's going to be something special. So I'm looking to come back and retest. Let's see. We're looking to come back and retest, and I don't know why this is up here. I don't care for that right at the moment, but I do see some resistance. What do I really see? Some real resistance is right here. 346, 350. That's on the 4-hourly. So if you want to pay attention, definitely to mention. On Man at the Central as we're back here, that's a big deal. 350, somewhere in that range, 345. Mana, baby, loving it. Oh, Trav, oh, he's here. He is. That's my man, Stan, with a plan. Okay, him and I got involved and asked him. He was like, I called Travis up. Right here to my man, Mr. Fix It. I said, dude, you got to get into Bitcoin. You got to get into cryptocurrency. I kept calling him like a fucking psycho. And he was like, yeah, I know. And then he never got in, but he knew to get in. He's not dumb. And it was just funny because we persuaded each other in, and now we're just enjoying life. And look what's happening here. I do see something different. This is a 4-hourly candle. This 4-hourly candle, this wick, let me get it out of here. And I said November 4th to a lot of people, and they're busting my balls right now. Pete, it's November 4th. Where's this big move you're talking about? It's right here. What's today's date? What does that say? It says November 4th. Wall Street, Pete. 281. Could have bought at 273. The lowest we could have got, man, it was 267 today. Yes, I dollar cost averaged in all the way from 293 down, and I did. And I knew not to buy because it was another big candle coming. I did buy flat, and it did hit right there at 273. I did not get 267. Did I wish? Yes, but I got 273, 293. Dollar cost average in. And what is dollar cost averaging in? Well, dollar cost averaging in is you have $10,000, and I just bought $5,000 at 293. I'm pissed, right? Because it's 267. And then I see there and I saved my 10 grand. So instead of putting 10 grand at 295, which would have fucking blown your mind, right? Imagine putting 10 grand immediately, 295. Boom, you're missing money. Now you only put $5 grand because you watch Wall Street, Pete, and he teaches you what dollar cost averaging in and out of the market is. Now you go and you wait and you see if there's a dip or if it goes higher, and then boom, there's another dip. And you see, oh, there's support down at this line that Wall Street, Pete, has 260. There's a chance we fall to 260 and everyone gets FOMO'd out. Understand that. So there's a big chance. But what am I worrying? Nothing. I'm not worrying. I do TA for a living. This is not financial advice. It's just do your own research. And what's going to happen is if you get the chance of hitting it there, then you're a lucky F. Okay, that's all I can tell you. But I don't plan on waiting for that. I plan on seeing these moves and hoping that there's no dead cat bounce. Double bottom M's coming, but What's going to happen if we no longer receive a double bottom M pattern? Well, man, it would have to then break the 328 level. So in order for us to be bullish, it would be 329, 330 is what I had here. I'll circle it. I don't know what I'm going to do to make you finesse or understand how big of this level. But if we do come back to 330 and we do start busting loose, you already know that this candle is coming, and that's what man is going to be doing. So I'm pretty excited, looking forward to that. There will be resistance on the way. It doesn't just go parabolic up. Something similar to a move like that, hit the resistance, come back, hit the resistance where you see right here, around 320 possibly. You even get resistance there immediately if we don't pop through on this wick here. And then, just play the games that it plays. And what is that, ladies and gentlemen? It's all of a sudden an upward W. And before you know it, we're on a 4-hourly talking about an upward rising W, 2 back all-time highs. And there you are. That's amazing. It's been 40 cents. Check it out. Oh, my God. Low techs. There's so many of them, my man. I will check it out, though, no doubt, especially if you said it. So what do we do here? Shiba Inu. We've been on fire with Shiba Inu. I mean, we really have been on fire. We talked about all the possibilities, where we could go, where we would be. Right now, trading 5,300. As I told you, 4,400, 4,500 is a bottom. Most likely worst case scenario. Why do I say that? Because if I look at my history on the 4-hourly, my history tells me there is nothing safe about here. Right here is my only time frame we spent a little bit of time. And if we don't talk about that, then we're not going to see that, because we're going to fall right down to it. And you'll see there was time spent here at resistance, so we may spend and flip it and do support there. And it's unfortunate, because I don't want to spend support at 4,500. But then I wake up and I go, why are you being a, you know what, I can't. Just buy more. That's all it is. And when you buy more and you buy the dip, you will eventually have a sip or a rip. I mean, this is what we talk about. It's real as steel. And let's see what the market's doing if we're continuing to stay up. There it is, 2.72. We increased a tiny, tiny bit. Chihuahua is in you? Is that what that is? Oh, boy. HUA. Almost up 1,000%. Coin of Nature almost up 1,000%. Green Moonzilla almost 1,000%. What the hell is going on? They got Cumstar in here. I'm a Cumstar. Damn, we got to check out Comstar, ladies and gentlemen. Shebex, what is Shebex? Up 90%. There's a couple things. I got some work to do today, huh? Wall Street Pete, he's got some things to talk about, some things to do. One more thing I want to do real fast. There's a couple things that I missed, unfortunately. Back to the live scene, know what I mean? Here we are. If you don't have Pi, we talked about that a million times on my show. There's some new followers here that don't have Pi and you still don't believe in it. You better get Pi. Your smartphone, you have a smartphone? Well, then you have Pi. They're going to ask for your referral code. You put in PD Guns, capital P, capital G. You will start earning Pi. Get a piece of the pie. What it is one of the first cryptocurrencies. When this goes out on Coinbase, my mommy, she's not even here. She'll be buying some. My dad, he don't even know anything about crypto. He'll be buying some. Everybody and their mother, basically, is my analogy here, is going to be buying a piece of the pie. Why? Because we went to school and we learned about math. Did you learn about math and algebra and all that stuff? Did you ever hear about pi? Well, this has nothing to do with it. But the fact that we all are buried into our brain what pi is, well, it keeps your money in collateral. And what Pi does is it keeps your money safe in escrow. So if I go to you, listen to this. This is fucking amazing. I'm not kidding. You better listen. This is not boring shit. If you find it boring, well, then you don't like money and education. Pi, you come to my house, right? Travis, Mr. Fix-It, comes to my house, or Intention, or Gary, Todd, anybody out here, Emerald Green, Michael, Boom Shakalaka, RJ, all the people listening. You come to my house, and you're a contractor, and you're going to basically build a deck for me. All right, so you're going to build my deck, and I'm like, well, we settle on an amount, and okay, $4,000 to do my deck, $4,000. You're going to take my $2,000 and run away and never see you again, and I got to go hire someone else now, but I'm down $2,000. It's fucked up, right? Well, this is what happens. Well, now the money gets put into Pi, and now I have my shoulder around the guy, and now the third party doesn't release the funds until the job is complete. And now your money is safe on an agreement, on terms, and somehow in digital currency. And now when he finishes the deck, building on your deck, he actually gets paid his $4,000, as long as everything goes into the detail of what the contract was. So I'm believing it's protecting your money in escrow, and what that's going to do is also protect Bitcoin. So when you find out in 2019, they were talking about Pi, comparing it to Bitcoin. In 2019, they were comparing Pi to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was trading 6,700 at the time. You listen again. When they were comparing Pi in 2019, I read the article, they said that Pi is going to be the biggest thing for Bitcoin. And they said It was trading at 6,700 in 2019 December. Bitcoin was, looking it up. Pi was going to be a big contributor and maybe possibly a big competitor. I don't know how they meant by that. But just pay attention to this. We're spending a long time on it for a reason. I'm going to be buying a car, an island. I'm going to be buying a fucking something with Pi. I'm just going to explain it to you right now, and I'm not going to be selling my Pi. I'm not going to be stupid. So pay attention to that. As I spend too much time on it, it's very, very important. A couple things to pay attention to, a couple coins, a couple tokens I want to go over. The Elon Coin. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's an Elon Coin. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. I don't care what you say. Hit that like button. I love that. That's what I'm talking about, tension. And the tension's feeling really nice in here. We talked about the Elon Coin. It retraced definitely over 30%. If you see here, it was 32%. Not sure what it's doing at this current time, but that was a really healthy correction on the daily. So on the daily, it's telling me we corrected 30% on those days. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 days of getting my ass kicked, and I finally have some nice support here coming. So I got into it. There you go. Pi referral code, Mr. Fix It. Let's go. I ain't hating. You think I'm upset? All right, I just kicked him. Kick that mother. Nah. All right, want to put his code in, put it in. I don't give a shit. But you want Wall Street Pete on your side. But we're a team. That guy and I are a team, so it doesn't matter who you get. So anyways, pay attention right now. What we're trying to pay attention to Solana. Solana, exactly as I predicted. Another one. A lot of people thought I was crazy. I said, yeah. And you can watch my channel. We were nowhere near 250. I said 250's coming. I said, pay attention. Well, I'm always a short. I don't know why, but all my predictions have been coming up a couple dollars short lately. But I said 250. We topped out, I believe, at 248. So I don't know. I have to apologize to everybody. I can't believe we didn't hit the $2 more. I'm kidding. F you all if you really thought that was a problem. That was amazing, exactly as I predicted. I like to play games and fool around. I'm a real person just like y'all. There's another test coming up, but I do see that to be double bottom topped here, and it was interesting that we did it. If you notice, we're getting some weak-ass candles down here, really small candles, insignificant coming up. So I'm wondering if we ran out of juice on this current time, or is the Bitcoin dominance having flown in, and now it's coming into Solana, which is what we might want to do. Let's go look at Solana real quick. Solana up. See, this is the thing. A lot of y'all aren't paying attention to that either. Up 22% almost right now, Solana, and the 5 billion in volume. That's excellent. That's excellent. That's very healthy. Look at that compared to XRP, 5.5, looking very good, right? Both of them look strong as hell. Cardano is just sitting there. It doesn't do much, but I'll tell you right now, when it pumps, you're going to be washing. You're going to be FOMOing in. I already know for a fact. If you don't own any Cardano because it hasn't been doing shit, which I understand, you will own Cardano at some point in time in this month. Remember I said that. So if you don't own any Cardano today at this current time, remember what I just said. Even if you're talking shit right now, I don't need Cardano. I promise you, when you see the moves that this starts making, you're going to be wishing that you were involved. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you much more about that network. And the circulating supply is incredible, and the market behind it. And if you don't follow this man, I think you need to. This man definitely needs to be followed. I'm just going to tell you I follow him. I'd be stupid to lie. YouTube. And maybe we go on it immediately. I subscribe to his channel. I love this guy. I'm a subscriber. Wall Street Pete loves this man. And I'm not homophobic or not. I love this man. He's a smart man. And he has 288K subscribers for a reason. He's a very boring man to people. And this guy right here, he's going to break down everything from Ethiopia of what they're doing. And he has a little video here talking about the AMA on the 30th. And I did not watch this, and I wish I did.
Hoskinson broadcasting live from...
I love this guy. But if you got time, subscribe. It comes right to Wall Street Pete next. If you got some time, watch him and check him out. He talks about the developments, the hard fork of Alonzo. Follow Michael Saylor. Follow Mark Cuban. He's not the greatest, but Rual Paul, follow him. I follow all these guys. And if you really want to know what's going on, go to my video, the top 5 steps on how to accumulate more Bitcoin. It's one of those videos that people don't pay attention to, and I don't know why, but it's a big video. And I have no clue why people continue to ignore it. The video is huge. I'll show you. See if I get it here. All right. Well, I'm not going to be able to show as usual, right? We always do that.
Hey, everyone, and thanks for joining.
But I'll tell you right now, you got to pay attention to that video, and you can check it for yourself. Things are happening. Solana's moving. Solana's getting a little top here, and it's starting to die out. So I want to see if we don't get the growth and start peaking above the 243 and test, we may actually get this downward spike for a little bit, and that's about it. And then I really don't expect too much more, maybe some boring sideways action. But if Bitcoin is going to continue, like I said, if Bitcoin is going to continue to consolidate into this small little realm here of the bottom, maybe the falling wedge, it's looking like a descending triangle to me in the big picture. This is what I'm talking about. This is the big picture. You see that? It's going to do something like that, then I already know that that's a descending triangle pattern. We just went over that. That's Bitcoin. So if it's going to start doing that exactly, then we're in trouble. If it does the other thing we talked about, we're looking good. Jasmine, I told a lot of people there's still a consolidation phase to be happening in here. A lot of people FOMO'd out the mouth, FOMO'd in, FOMO'd out. I mean, there's a lot going on here, and it's still continuing. But I do see a rejected M here, and that's kind of exciting. Whenever I get a rejected M, it does begin to start going back. So like I said, do pay attention to the 17 cents. I know I did this video last night. A lot of people thought I was crazy. 17.3. Yeah, I know. I think I'm crazy too. I look at these numbers. I'm like, I ain't going to hit that either. And then if I can hit it, I'm going, oh, okay, well, wasn't lying. I'm going to tell you right now, I do my own personal, I have my own opinions on my own TA when I get off and I watch my own channel. And I go, how the hell are we going to hit there? What are you doing, dude? And then it plays out. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. Shout out, Ben. Oh, yeah. What's up, Ben? So what do we got going on? Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen. So Man at the Central End is doing what I was trying to explain to you. If we do break out, and wow, am I getting excited right now? We do need to break out right here. 313 exactly to begin. So for the beginning of Mana to really get excited, if you're really on this team and you really want to jump on board and you're like, oh man, Pete, what do I need to see Mana do for me to really, really get excited? And I'm going to make it like a red number, real dark red so we can see what's going on. That right there. If we could really get into this price, the 313, whoo, boy. It's starting to pick up right now. I did buy some, and I dollar cost average, so I'm starting to come into a profit right about now as soon as we get to the 90. And it is pulling up. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And I think we did see the relative strength, right? And it looked very good, actually. Yeah. Listen, the trend is your friend. And look at the levels we are at the relative strength index chart. I'm waiting to sell mine at the 70 at least, dollar cost average. And when do I get to the 70? Well, when I get to the 70, it's probably the last time I hit heavy resistance because I see one breakthrough here. It's probably going to be right here, right about 309. So if you want a dollar cost average out at 309, that's up to you. A lot of people don't have the balls to do that stuff, but you can. I'm looking at Man at the Central End right now popping, and this is one of my coins I wanted to talk about today. This is one of those coins that will make you a millionaire if you pay attention to its network, what it's doing. Do your own research, of course. So looks like we're going to be beating a dead horse for the rest of the day. I don't have much more. It's gonna be a good day. La-di-da-da-di-da-da-da. Yeah. My throat's a little screwed, but I do like singing, as you know. That's one of the things. Did you know if most males that sing relieve stress the best way? So we do have ways to go. I don't expect maybe a parabolic move, but I do see this falling wedge coming down and breaking as we're getting tight. See, the descending triangle, this is a falling wedge. It's as clear as day as it gets smaller in there. Like I said, I'm going to keep showing you because I like teaching. I don't mind. Maybe I should teach a class. I don't know what I should do, but I am waiting for one of these big YouTubers to bring me in, but that's what it's doing, and that's showing a falling wedge. That's a falling wedge with nice downsize up and down. That's really nice. Now, I told you a descending triangle pattern will do this. You see how it keeps coming up to the same level? And it's almost like it's doing the same shiznick up and down, and then it'll do that. Why? Because everybody gets boring. Usually sideways actually goes up, but that is actually a descending triangle pattern, which is a very, very, very bearish. That's not doing that. That's what I'm trying to explain. This is bullish as AF. And there is a second wave coming, and you're going to be missing out on it if you don't believe me. Don't believe me, just watch. Bum, 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 bum. And I couldn't do it exactly. You know, this is the Wall Street Pete Show. Cardano looking healthy. Like I said, if the Bitcoin dominance, and I hope that's not a descending triangle pattern because that don't look too good. You see what I mean here? How we get this? This is what I'm talking about. As long as we can create new higher lows, we're good. This is an Ethereum on TradingView. As long as we do that, and you see down there, which is fine, I'm trying to show you real quick before we go because we're getting ready to leave. As long as I continue to create new higher lows, I know we're bullish as AF. And that's good for me. I need to keep doing that as I see the next one up here and hopefully the next one here. And then before you realize, oh, we're on our way to 48K, like 4,800, like Wall Street Pete said. And then before you know it, I'm no poet. But we're heading all the way to the 7,600. I can't wait to get there. I'm excited. Before you know it, we'll be talking about prices. I mean, watch my video if you did back in the day. We were talking about when it was at 1,900. And I was like, oh my gosh, everybody, you need to buy in July. Here it is, we're in July. And I remember it because I just remember the date. And I was like, everybody, please, you got to understand, we're going to explode soon. And it was the whole month of July, watch my videos. And look what we did since then. We went on a rise to the world in the sky. So if you like these videos, please hit the like and subscribe. We go over memes. We go over TA. We go over everything. We go over positivity. We talk about the Shiba Inu. We talk about Safe Moon. And if you missed this was huge. Please pay attention to what happened. And we told you with this yesterday, before Bitcoin, before Shiba Inu really did that fall, I was kind of telling you and hinting to you. An investor bought 8,000 worth of Shiba Inu, turned it into 5 billion. What did he do? He split it into 4 wallets. Turns out he didn't just start, he just started moving some Shiba. That was yesterday. You missed that news. So Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is just a gentleman who used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. A little young, handsome man there. He used to work on Wall Street, so he actually did this stuff. He's not a coin pumper. He doesn't try to hurt nobody. All I'm doing this channel for is if you could just please send me a like. That's all I'm asking. Tell a friend. As we are at the 9/11 time frame, and that always skips a beat in my heart when I do see that. 9/11. So you already know, New York, New York, New York. I'm coming to you. New York, I'll be coming to New York soon. We'll be singing some Christmas music soon. We got to be thankful for Thanksgiving first, though, right? Everybody wants to skip all the time right to Christmas. I don't know why. I do know why. Excuse me, sorry about that. I want to get to Christmas because I want to see what the Bitcoin price is going to be. That's really why I want to get there. But mostly it's going to be a wonderful day. I got to do it. Why didn't we not talk about it or do it? I know someone in this channel, in this chat, already did, and I'm sorry that I took so long, but here we are. Without further ado, I hope everybody, wonderful,
let's go.
Be safe, and everybody will be back tonight. If you know my channel, we do 8 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time, every day, at least 2 videos. We try hard as AF. Yesterday I was at the doctor's. We missed our morning video, but have a wonderful day. www.worksessions.com. Good day. Hit that like button right here, please, for me. And this is the Greg Streets Entertainment. What do we say every day? We're gonna have a good day. Yeah. So hit the like, subscribe, because we're gonna go on a ride. You better get your surfboard. We're going on the tide. And if you didn't understand, you can't trade with emotion. You'll be like a lost fish in the ocean. We're trying to be aware. And if you didn't know, I don't like green cow. I'd rather get the digital currency today and make it my way. And then if you don't say, sit down in crypto. And if you don't flip, though, you gotta keep your emotions right in here in check. And if you didn't know, it's the best place. We don't chase the green can. I can't effing stand you. And if you didn't know, we're making crypto sick, though. This is the Wall Street Pete Show. And if you didn't know, positivity, no. And if you hit the alarm clock snooze, well, this is the channel that you choose. And if you do that, then you lose. So you better like, subscribe, because we're going on a ride. We're going to the moon. We're going soon. Wall Street Pete, sick on crypto. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the bell notification. So when this crazy bastard goes live, you can get live TA of his strategy only. It's just a strategy. It's not financial advice. But I may be nice. And if you heard me once or heard me twice, hit the rewind and come back and see if you can get that. Because you already know we hitting home runs. Bang, bang, yo. Wall Street Pete Show. Positivity, love you. Peace in and peace out, Cub Scout. Love y'all. Woo! Subscribe, baby. Oh, help me out, baby. Yeah. Hit the like, subscribe. I'm going on a ride. I hope you join with me on the time. My name is like Tim. I got a plan. Don't call me Open every day, 8 p.m. and